Good morning, and thank you for joining us. In one way or the other, you have to get on board. We have to make Nigeria work. We have to set the pace, and we have to match that pace. Hello, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning, and a beautiful week.
Thank you.
I'm sure you guys put Ganduje stories behind you.
Well, it's not. It's still all over the places. The Ganduje, the APC, and all the rest of them. The APC and the government is bubbling with news.
All right.
I like the way you look anyway.
Okay, thank you very much.
You look tired.
Thank you very much.
You're not looking bad either.
Thank you.
So, Kingsley, let me start from you. This back and forth movement of information and, SGF sacked, SGF not sacked, and all that. And his office, the director of information in SGF's office, Mr. Shegun, coming out to clearly say people should stop misinforming the public that the SGF is still an integral part of the Renewed Hope agenda. Do you think this was just a spillover of Ganduje's resignation?
Okay, that's also to show you, yes, number one, yes. Number two, that's also to show you that all is not well with the APC. Because this news stemmed out of the APC circle. Now, also, we have seen also, it also goes to show you that a lot of people are not happy with the SGF being the SGF. Of course, nobody appointed him. The president appointed is the only one that can sack him,
exactly,
which is the president.
Okay.
But if you go from a trail of who the SGF is, I think it's an overspent force. Yes, governor twice, senator, minister. SGF now. And nothing has been ascribed or accredited or put on his name positively. Either the only thing that has been put there is that he's always stirring up issues in Benue of every governor that has come. Look at the trail. Look at the whole example. You will see that that's how that's been. So what are we going to get from the SGF? So that means even from within APC, there are a lot of people that want it out as SGF.
All right. Two way. One, this information of SGF remaining an integral part of this government is coming from FGF. Issues of not being sacked or no, there's no plan to being sacked. It's still coming from SGF quarter. We didn't hear anything from the person who has power to actually sack him. The president didn't come out to say, I'm going to sack him, I'm not going to sack him. So there's still no guarantee whether he will be fired.
No, there was a statement, by Onanuga.
Okay.
Yes, it came out that the SGF has not been removed.
Of course, he has not been removed. We are talking about being...
Okay, well, they are giving assurance.
Of course, he has not been removed. Still SGF till this morning. We do know that he has not been removed. Whoever say whether he will be sacked or not, anything like that in the picture. Okay, so we didn't hear that guarantee that he will not be sacked, that he remains there. But for today, he's still there. But that aside, a lot of people have also been calling on the president that it's time to rejig the cabinet. It's time to, 2 years down the line, some have not been doing well, and he needs to change things for things to change direction. If the man in charge of this vehicle is changing the drivers, so that the motor or the car can change direction, why are people seeing it as a turmoil in APC rather than being repositioned for effective governance, which the Nigerians are actually asking for?
Good question. Whether people are seeing it as a turmoil in APC or not, I think the turmoil is there. Let me take your mind back. As a fallout of the resignation of Alhaji Ganduje as the national chairman of the APC, if you take your mind back, the national chairman of the APC elected was from the North Central. Ganduje is not from the North Central.
From the Northwest.
And the people are clamoring that now that Ganduje has been removed, the national chairman should come back to the North Central. The issue, you see, like the first scenario you painted before you finally put up your question, I cannot speak of my not being sacked or not to be sacked
by yourself,
by myself. The SGF only spoke through one of his aides that the story of his being sacked is not true. We have also heard from the grapevine that Akume is being positioned as the national chairman of the APC. In fact, the news that came out late last weekend was that Ganduje has been relieved of his office, and Usman, what's her name? Bala Aisha has been appointed. And also, people have said that she has been the one doing all the work of the SGF. You don't forget that he is the one monitoring and evaluating all
Policies.
the ministers and all of that. Now, because that has not been perfected, the SGF can say what they want to say, that there's no plan to sack me. But the future is here. We will soon know whether SGF will remain, Akume will remain as SGF or not. But one thing I will say to you here is that it is not of Akume to say
I'm not sacked.
He's not going to be sacked. There are no plan for him to be sacked, because he cannot remain in that office perpetually without the interest of the president who appointed him. If the president who appointed him wanted him to second it to another portfolio, he had no choice. And then coming to your question, whether if the president is rejigging his cabinet to ensure effective government and good governance for the people, why are they seeing it as a tumor? They are seeing it as a tumor that when somebody is jigging his cabinet, you see it not the way it's going. Because you cannot just wake up this morning, by the time you are going to bed, a national chairman of a party resign on a flimsy excuses. And there are also rumors in the media that he was forced to resign, not that that he was sacked, that he resigned so that he will not be disgraced out of office. It's there in the internet.
All right.
So the issue of rejigging does not come here at all.
Okay.
There's two more.
Yeah. Okay. We're talking about having the APC chairmanship to come back to the North Central. You know, when Abdullahi, the former governor of Nasarawa State, left, Ganduje took. What's the name of that old man? I think it's Abdullahi.
Abdullahi, yes. Former governor of Nasarawa
State. So Ganduje took over. You know, does it mean it's only Akume must occupy that position? If Akume is delivering, you know, his services as SGF very effectively, do you need to move him to become a chairman of a party? Are there no other people from Nasarawa or from the whole North Central region?
You know, North Central cut across
Kogi and
Niger,
Plateau.
Plateau, yes.
So North Central, are there no other persons?
You see, what we have seen in this government is that they don't like to try out other people. If you look at it very well, Akume was a governor in the same dispensation with Tinubu.
Yes.
So somehow he gained power. If you also understand very well, the former governor Nnamani, or in Enugu State, was a staunch supporter of Asiwaju Tinubu for president, though he was in PDP. So they create that synergy. This government doesn't put in other people, not even professionals or people that can get the job done. Let's see people that can get the job done. For example, what you asked, is Akume the only good hand within North Central? Why must Akume's name keep coming up? Because they keep everything within political governance. They are not doing the governance to make Nigerians better. If you still look at them, they will tell you PDP has been gone for more than 10 years now. Between that 10 years that APC has come, they've not been able to build their own racket and build their own frame of how things should be. That means they are not interested in governance. What they are interested in is just to be in power. Most of the ministerial positions that we have, especially now, some of them have spent 2 years, you can see things that they have done that it has affected the public. For example, everybody talk about the coastal road. The only thing that the Ministry of Works talks about is coastal road or Sokoto to Lagos. What happened to the existing routes? What happened to roads? I saw some guy stay on a Kwara or Oshun going to Ibadan, an abandoned project, and that's a trunk a road that links Oyo, Kwara, Niger, and Abuja. That you don't have to go through this road anymore.
Somebody told me yesterday that he spent 5 hours between Benin and Warri.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it.
No, but that has been there for a long time now.
You remember? I recall when I was growing up in Benin.
And now, Asiwaju is not changing minister. We're not saying rejigging.
So that's why I said it's not rejigging. It's a tumor in APC. I remember when I was growing up in Benin, because we are from the delta part of the Bende state, and we hear a lot about our story about our home, and we have not been there. because of adventure nature of young men, young children growing up. I do remember that I would prepare as if I was going to school. I would go to Saple Garage, take a vehicle, commercial vehicle, go to Warri, come back to Benin, and close from school and go home as if I went to school. And that same road, somebody spent 5 hours yesterday.
That used to be like 30 minutes, 35 minutes. And it was a single lane.
Exactly. It's so sad. You know, when you talk about this present APC government and the Tinubu government, you see, the man said he derived pleasure to see the opposition in disarray. You know, the Bible is very clear. Say what you wish your neighbor is what will come back to you. The seed you sow is what you reap. You are wishing other evil. Evil is already in your bed with you.
All right, time is against us to continue to discuss this, either on the point of evil or turmoil in APC or on the part of the president responding to the yearnings and the questions Nigerians are asking and the request they are putting forward that he should rejig the cabinet, change people, change the drivers so that the vehicle can face the right direction. We'll have to find time to balance it. Maybe when we come back, the time is against us. When we come back, we can continue from there. We'll have to balance it. You really can't be too sure where this thing is driving at until about a few days or a few weeks from now. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back very shortly.